I'm in the process of looking for a house to rent instead. Can have more space.
Yeah, that'll be much better.
James is restarting his computer. Um, yeah, so we kind of just walked through a whole bunch of commands and stuff on like how to get her to not like focus on like other dogs and shit so much outside.
Yeah.
Uh, and then inside, like some exercises to do to get her to like focus on me more. And somehow she learned a crate command, and I didn't even teach her. So
That's awesome.
she like would go in there on her own, and then she just started going in there by command. I'm like, oh, okay. Fuck.
Well, Patches, we could roll your secret and your phobia now.
Okay. Uh,
We could do yours too, James. Welcome back, if you can hear us.
how do I? What in the fuck? See this? They're fucking everywhere. Out. Vamos. There's entirely too many cats in my house. All right. First one.
That's it.
Well,
What do you want me to do? You want me to like introduce my character first, or wait for James, or roll the crazy stuff, or what?
you can give me 2 D100. James too.
I'm coming. Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh shit! Here we go.
61 and a 21.
Patrick, you believe that you're being haunted by the spirit of a family member. Whether deserved or not, you vehemently believe this to be true, and take pains to hide it from others.
That ties in very well with our
Yeah,
character stuff.
yeah, it really does.
That's it.
And you said 21.
Uh-huh.
You have a fear of blood. You don't like it. Not a good one for this campaign.
D&D Beyond keeps giving me internal server error.
That is weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll roll it up in roll 20.
Down. No, lay down.
Oh god.
Come on, roll a 59. Come on.
What's 59?
Cannibal.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Too soon? Too soon?
It'd be perfect. Every character you play.
Yeah. That's the real secret. Y'all think it's fucking dogs, but it's really eating people.
It's eating dogs.
Right after you finger blast them.
73 for the first one, and 58 for the second one.
That one doesn't work because time doesn't pass in Strahd. Give me another D100, please.
Yee. 64.
Nice. Kind of asynchronous with this, James, but uh, just like once you meet the party and all that, you guys kind of travel together for a little while. One night, you have a very clear prophetic vision of that party member dying horrifically. You can choose whichever party member you want.
I will probably just choose Patrick since like we're
Okay,
brothers
baby,
and that's like the
Go,
closest
please.
thing would
Makes sense.
probably. Yeah, it would make sense that I would have a dream, like a prophetic dream about him.
Bro, I'm tired of
What was
dying.
what was your phobia roll?
58.
A fear of injury.
Okay, well, that makes perfect sense that I'm a healer.
Another tough one for this campaign.
Yeah.
So does anyone remember what happened last time on D&D?
I died.
I killed him.
What the?
Basically.
The last thing I remember doing was
I remember
kill the 3
zombies.
zombies, and that was it. But I was also getting attacked by a dog, so.
Wow. John, anything to add?
It's like your lack of remembrance is astonishing.
Yeah, you guys need to start writing shit down.
There was a woman in a cat.
Oh yeah,
You farting into that microphone?
your mic is shitting on itself, John.
Oh my god.
Or is it the interwebs?
No.
The cat is in here knocking shit over and like chewing on the cards and all kinds of insane shit.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right.
I don't know where the
So-
other one is.
After we took the agreement by the mysterious debutante Rich,
Yeah, hey, James, you can come get these cats anytime you want to.
The kittens?
Yep.
we
Is that like a real offer?
Yes. Come
Because
get
they
them.
want those kittens.
Get them the fuck out of my house.
we left, started traveling in the direction crone that was in there that let us choose from a selection of tarot cards that told us of fortunes and fates and events that may or may not transpire. After that, we came across a cabin that had a seemingly perturbed woman in it who was sobbing because her daughter had left. She couldn't find her, didn't know which way she ran, and that there were some men who turned out to be undead in her cellar that were attacking. At that point, we chopped that lock, let them loose. Patrick died. Too many death save rolls didn't count. Blame Eric.
And Cantus, the little frog man, drug his brother back to their ancestral swamp, where he will be buried.
And that's where we left off.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
Just to add, my rock. Just to add more detail.
Let me be clear. If I die again, the brother of that samurai Farog is coming the fuck back, and he's gonna be angry.
Strahd kills players for sure. Is particularly dark and stormy night. A man, the debutante as mentioned, asks for help. This very handsome, charming man, Kolyan Indrovich, very Russian-sounding name, father to Irina, asked for assistance saving his daughter. The man's charms were quite beguiling. His retinue of gypsy servants promising help and for mountains of gold for your help, you said yes to the deal, leaving Mr. Indrovich a happy man, and leaving you trapped into the mists of night. Suddenly, you found yourselves trapped like rats in a cage. The cruel wall of death that surrounds Bavaria, trapping you within, playthings to the devil. Reeling from the fate you found yourselves in, you had only one way to move, forward. You were met with the grim, decrepit lands of Barovia, the barren, rotten fields and gently swaying scarecrows leading to the decrepit village down below. You did indeed meet the gypsy fortune teller who read tarot for you, giving you cryptic information. At some point, I'll write down those prophecies. It was a lot, so I'll make like a little wiki thing someday. I'll remind you if needed. It won't come up for a while, but you did indeed make it to the town of Barovia, as stated. Found the lady. Her daughter, very young, had ran away from some monster in the basement. You found the monsters, killed them, lost one in return. Um, Finding yourselves in the town, um, Patrick and James, um, you have a very similar story. It can be kind of what you like ish. Basically, you were roped in either from a request for help or a contract of some sort, but in one way or another, you said yes to the devil Strahd himself, unknowingly, and are trapped in this cursed land. And you find yourself confused, alone, in this kind of horrid town of Barovia, named after the land, um, in a decrepit, rundown tavern. Um, it's called Blood of the Vine.
Mm,
A
like
single
it.
shaft of light thrusts single shaft of light from the kind of dull moon outside comes through from the broken rafters and the decrepit, rotting wood. The kind of wet, musty stench of this town is ever present. Above the large doorway, a sign kind of precariously askew says "Blood on the Vine Tavern." The blazing fire in the hearth gives just a scant bit of warmth, and the light barely beats back the unnatural darkness. James and Patrick, you were in here having a beer, perhaps, or doing whatever your characters would do uh, when other characters enter. Everyone's here.
Mm. Did you
And
guys read my little thing in the primer?
we should do reintroductions probably. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, James, you start.
I'm a half elf, half orc. Well, Patrick and I are both half elf, half orc. My character's name is Caligath, Caligath. He's going to be a sorcerer, but he's going to be the Healy kind. Yellow green skin, brown eyes, long black hair, kind of me as an orc. Dressed in wizard robes, adorned with stars and moons. Resembling a long-eared orc, Caligath possesses no tusks, and as such wears the jawbones of an orc over his jaw. These are the bones of his father. That's all I have right now. That's all I could type while I was putting my microphone into usable order.
Patches, what's your name?
My character's name is Kalir, and although I am a half orc, half elf like James, I look more like the orcish side of my familial history. I am. Let me see. I think I have a
Yeah, we're like the
picture.
fucking Tagoro brothers from.
How do you
Hu-
spell
or
how do you
Yu
spell
Hu
that name,
Man.
Patrick?
Kalir, Kalir.
Kalir. Okay.
Let me see. I think I saved the picture. Hang on.
And what class are you doing?
I am a paladin.
All right.
A paladin. We're still level 1, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm super tall. If I don't know why the hell I can't. Okay, here we go. I still have like pretty features because I have that elf part of me, but I have green skin, pointed ears, long black dreadlocks with like little gold like hoopy things on them. Um, I carry with me a long sword and I have. Where is it? Do I have it written down? Of course I fucking do. I have a necklace made of leather twine with a bird skull, a large bird skull on my chest.
Wow. Then we got Ixalan, our party's Elgin rogue,
It is true.
as we all remember.
Correct. Shoulder length ashen blonde hair, light emerald green eyes, about 6'2". Pale skin.
That's a tall Eldred.
It
It's an
is.
elf.
I thought they were more fairy-like.
I thought they were shorter than that too, but who fucking cares?
Then
Like,
Eric's
through mine,
tiefling
They're like
sorcerer,
long neck, giraffe neck elves.
Yeetus Deletus.
Are we sticking with that, Eric? Are we
Yes.
sticking with Yeetus Deletus?
Yes.
I feel.
Eric, unmute.
Yes.
Okay.
God, I'm eating this fucking fake beard.
Sorry, my dog was fucking chewing on kibble. I didn't want y'all to hear that.
Tiefling sorcerer, I believe you were vaguely kind of ice colored.
Yeah. Pale gray skin. I look almost like a like Frost Lich Jaina from WoW. Just like a male version of that. So very pale skin. Actually, kind of almost like Arthas, except my eyes are purple, I believe, and not blue. And yeah, I specialize in like more fire spells and stuff, and I have a tendency for friendly fire. So
You do.
yeah.
Garrett.
Who could have guessed?
Ugh.
Purely fluff, is there any way that whenever I cast spells, there's like a spectral bow that appears, and the way I cast spells is I'm pulling back an arrow, and that's how it looks?
That sounds awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I kind of was going with the stars and moon thing, and he might worship Orion.
Mm.
Possibly. I
That's
don't
cool.
know. I'm still looking at stuff, but I figured that might make sense. But the bow thing I do want to do regardless.
Your spell focus can be anything until the point you're like, okay, I reach my hands and through a trapdoor and use my spell bow to.
No.
You know, yeah. Just
I
visual,
like the
purely
rules.
visual.
Yeah, I prefer that they're there.
So we can hand wave or chat as you guys preference. Basically, getting just 10 feet into Strahd, and one of your compatriots is dead already, really sets in the horror and how you guys don't have room to have the friendly dispute and disagreement that other mercenaries might have.
Maybe we were approached by a frog who wanted to he wanted someone to carry on his duty that he felt
Yeah,
he
I
was
could have
feeling at.
told you about some other adventurers trapped in the fog.
Yeah, we met my other character basically.
Seeing each other, you're basically the only sort of battle-ready looking folk here. In the bar, there's a barkeep, kind of a fat old man, a bit of a dour expression. He's tending to this kind of big piece of kind of brown, grayish bread that really does not look appetizing. There are three of the kind of fuck the Romani gypsy. I don't know if that's whatever they're called, gypsies. Three of these kind of gypsy-looking people with the frills and the jewelry, and they're sitting very close to each other in the very corner of a room, clearly away from everyone else. And at the bar, there's a man who is on a crutch, missing the lower part of his left leg.
Wait,
What, John?
are we doing the bar scene again? I gotta write all the tarot cards down.
I'll write the tarot cards down for you. Don't worry.
I had them so we can have reference. No, okay, so oh damn it! I gotta pick all that shit up again.
What happened? Did you lose your notes or something?
No, I have all the notes. I just didn't think we were gonna go straight through and do all that again and have to deal with the fucking zombies.
Oh, we killed the zombies.
Yeah, this is after.
Oh, I was about to say. I was like,
tarot
yeah.
reading was that mysterious like carriage.
Yeah,
The
okay.
gypsy woman.
I thought we were starting back from whenever we told the guy, yeah, I was like,
No.
I gotta write all this shit down again?
No.
All right.
Is my character with his fear of, like, his phobia of injury, am I bothered by his leg?
Yeah, probably. This isn't like debilitating, but if you know how some people are weird about like people in wheelchairs or whatever, and it makes them kind of uneasy. Um,
It throws him off being a paraplegic. Oh, God, that's unnatural.
I've had a lot of people told me that little people make me uncomfortable, and I say, "Why on earth does that? What are you talking about?" And they say, "I don't know. It just does."
Do you
I
know
had
what
the
it's
same
like
thing.
going through high school and people telling me that my double earlobe made them uncomfortable?
Did it really?
Yes. They're like, I don't want to touch it. I'm gonna get it. What?
I don't understand.
John has 2 earlobes on one of his ears.
Yeah, I was born with a cleft earlobe.
I've literally never noticed.
So I've just told people that I cut it either when I was younger or I had it pierced. My mom didn't like it. She ripped it out and never grew back. I didn't tell them I was born with that. I just made some random shit up.
Um,
As you walk in and perhaps get acquainted, tell each other, you know, the horror, the frog, the mission, everything, you kind of all catch up. You realize each of you has heard the same tarot reading from the same mysterious old lady, kind of this giving the same fate that you might encounter in this cursed land. As you speak, the man on a crutch kind of sets a few glasses of kind of looking ale on the table and waves you over.
waves all of us over. Are we all together or what?
Yeah, I'm putting you in a group. You don't have to be in a group. You can do whatever you want, but
No, no, that's fine.
I'm referring to you as a group.
I'm gonna sit back and see if there's anyone who doesn't look like they should be here, like they're out of place.
Um. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Okay. The rest, anyone else going?
I'll kind of go to talk to the guy, but I'll kind of like be like, like looking away.
You get on
Yeah,
his good side,
I'll walk
on his
over.
other's leg side.
I'm like, yeah, interesting to meet you.
That's one word for it. You see, he's kind of not drunk yet, but he's getting there. He seems about as morose as everyone else in this land. Um, the ale smells weak and watery, and the bread is brown on top, but kind of white in the middle. But you see very small little worms crawling all through. But that's the best you got. That's all you got.
Patrick, I can't hear you.
He's muted. Um, he
What kind of exchange is going on here?
he gives you your ale. You sit down. You can drink it or not. He says, are you here to kill us or save us?" A sort of drunken way.
I'll let's see if I got any cantrips.
He's like, "Either one, just make it quick."
I'll use Mage Hand and reach for a beer across the room and bring it to him and say, "Save you, of course."
He kind of laughs heartily. He's like, "Oh, live another day. Lucky me." He says, "It's nice to meet you. I don't mean to be so dour. Um, my name is Ismark. Ismark Kolonovich. Indrovich. Sorry, Russian names. There's a lot. I'm butchering these fucking. Shut up, dog. Butchering these. Says his name is Ismark Indrovich. Give me a not needed intelligence roll, everyone at the bar."
Yes, go lay down. Go lay down. 6.
Okay, never mind. Jams, Pats, Eric.
21. I have the
Hey.
coolest dice on this fucking website.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Patches is muted. Intelligence. Just a check. D20 plus intelligence.
My name is Indrovich. In Mother Russia. Leg chop you.
Like tap you.
Well, maybe the muted people can still hear me, but
10.
Oh, okay. Well, James saved the day. He says, "My name is Ismark. Ismark Indrovich. James, that piques your ears because the father, his father presumably, who hired you, his name's Kolyan Indrovich.
Mm, mm.
His,
I
my,
won't. I
my name
won't
is
say
Ismark.
anything, but I'll kind of perk my ears up at the name.
It is nice to meet you, folk. I hope you can stay safe."
Yeah, it's been a little more dangerous for some than others.
This is oh yes, I'm sure. I lost my leg a few months ago. My father a few weeks ago. Just wondering when it's my turn.
You say you lost your father.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Yes, he was protecting my sister. Um, the house was attacked by these strange beasts. He took a mortal wound and died about 3 weeks ago. He takes a drink of the ale. Says, "It's in a better place than this."
And where did we meet the father?
You met him roughly 3 or 4 days ago in a tavern outside of Bavaria.
Mm. But I don't know he's the father yet. I just know the last name that correlates.
Yes, I mean, you don't know the relationship, but he's got the same last name.
Yeah.
And it was an old kind of gray bearded man, and this is a young man, so.
What was his name? Coralon?
Kolyan.
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 Couillon.
That was
Yeah,
the
not
father. That was the father that you met. Is that who you meant?
Yes.
This guy is Ismark.
I'll ask him if he is like, hey, are you any relation to such and such?
Kolyan?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll ask him.
Kolyan. Kolyan, yes. My father, yes. He was the mayor at one point when that mattered.
I'll say that's very interesting because we met a man only a few days ago with this very same name.
He sobers up at this a bit. Did you now? And what did this man need you to do?
Is this the man? This isn't the man who offered to pay us.
No, it's his son.
What did he offer us?
Search out for his lost love. But he offered
No, it
us
was for the
handsomely.
daughter, isn't it?
Yeah, Kolyan, the father, came to you guys and offered you basically any amount of money you wanted because it was a lie, to quote
I
unquote,
knew that.
to quote unquote save his daughter from mysterious forces and evils that abound around her and inside her.
Is it true that Julian has a daughter?
Do you ask him about Kolyan's daughter?
Yes.
We'll tell him about the task he tried to get us to do.
He stands up. He says, "It was a trick. The devil Strahd."
Whoa. How's he stand up with...
he's got a crutch. He's got a crutch.
Well, it's not like Garrett's gonna say he half stands up.
He slowly limps up.
He hops up.
He hops up. It was a trick. The devil Strahd. He's after my sister, Irina. This is just another way to get close to her. If you devils work for him as well, then strike me down now. Otherwise, I'm going to help her.
Do we
Insight
know
check.
that we're working for Strahd, or
You could probably put 2 and 2 together. Stuff isn't adding up. And
Oh.
you kind of were trapped in here once you agreed to the contract.
So I couldn't say it like definitely though. My character wouldn't be like, we've been hired by him, and I know it's a trap.
Give me an intelligence.
I'm gonna insight check his ass.
Do it, do it, do it.
As a 14.
It's low. It's 9.
As far as like who's working for who and all that, that's kind of in the weeds for you. But you feel like the whole idea was just getting you guys to say yes to something. Not necessarily like do this, do that.
It's almost like it was the call to action in the hero's journey.
Yeah. Or like vampires need you to say yes to things for some reason.
Yes, good. Now you're my slave. What?
But he says, "Oh, if you devils work for Stroud truly, then strike me down now. Otherwise, I have to go save my sister." John, your insight. He's definitely telling the truth. He's a good guy, cares about his sister. That sobered him up quickly, and now he's very worried.
Being half orc, I will appreciate his like strength of determination, and I will offer to go with him.
He's. I don't. Checked insight against a character doesn't really work, but he's gonna insight you right back, James.
I'm not lying. I'm totally about it.
He is just like, oh, truly, please, I beg of you, if you can help in any way, I can fight somewhat, but you can see where the state I'm in now. We can help you. She knows much about Strahd.
Look.
Who is this again?
His sister, Irina.
This is the sister that we're looking for.
Yes.
Look, give us any details you have about what she looks like. Anything that could help us try to track her down. We'll
What
do
the
our
hell
best to
happened
bring
to
her back.
Patrick's? You just
Yeah,
gone.
just left.
But as far as striking you down, there's no need to add any more useless bloodshed and more death. There's already enough, and you've clearly seen a good bit of yourself.
It says, yes, I agree. If you come with me, I'll show you her face immediately. She looks vaguely like me, dark hair, much more beautiful, of course. Noble. I don't know how to describe another person.
So your sister's hot.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't call her hot, but, there's a noble bearing about her. Good.
A noble bearing about her.
A good face. He says, "Come, I'll take you to my manor immediately."
He has a man. At least the son has money. I have no reason to distrust him. I'll follow him.
Yeah, I'll follow along as well.
He does seem to be very truthful.
Okay. I'm back. Sorry.
Hey, back.
And what the hell happened?
I'm feeling really nauseated. I threw up a bunch this morning, so I'm just feeling like crap.
Oh.
Did you lick some E. coli at work?
I wish.
Some of that, like some dishes, some petri dishes.
So Patrick, the man
Yeah.
who hired you claimed to be Kolyan Indrovich. You just met the son of Kolyan, named Ismark. He said his father died 3 weeks ago. There's no way that could have been Kolyan. Once you revealed this to him, he suspected that this was another trick to try to get to his sister, Irina. He asked you guys for help, and you're all rushing there now.
So wait, why could that not be Kolyan?
The Kolyan you met was 3 or 4 days ago. Kolyan has been dead for 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He leads you quickly through town. The dark heart of the town is just as dour and musty as its outskirts. The muddy, wet cobblestone sticks to your boots, occasionally upturning, wriggling, fat, black grave worms, viciously biting your leather boots, trying to make purchase.
That's correct.
A weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, with its left swings lazily in the wind. Its left side swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gates repeats with a mindless precision in the wind. Weeds choke the ground and press upon, and the menace of nature presses upon the house itself. Um, some of the walls have been beaten and torn asunder, yet the house still stands, ever so barely. Roll perception.
Ooh, nat 20 for a total of 20.
15.
No, 26. Sorry.
Hmm.
Got
Pretty
that.
good one from you
Even with a
boys.
+5, I rolled an 8.
Well, not you, but
Five.
if the party wanted to, not you either.
Cats. Cats everywhere.
If John and Patches wanted to tell you about it, they can, but they both notice heavy claw markings have stripped some of the once beautiful finish off the walls. Um, huge, great claw marks, larger than a bear, assail the mansion at various spots and points. Um, Not a pane or a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are shattered. All the windows are barred with planks. Each one of them marked with runes and anti-warning glyphs.
Ismark,
Um,
what are these? There's claw marks. What are they? When? Do you have an idea?
Great beasts assail this house, often as they can, I suppose. The warding glyphs help. My sister dabbles a little bit in the magical, but each time they come, the house gets weaker.
Okay. Do you realize how vague great beasts really? That,
He says, "I'm not an anthropologist."
about what time do they come? The middle of the night, or randomly throughout the day?
Well, I would call it night as much as there is a day anymore here in Bavaria, which there basically isn't.
Well, is it almost at a clockwork pace or
Random, just
random?
some days we'll be
Fantastic.
free and others will hear a light scratching just to keep us awake and keep our sanity at a tatter. Other days it'll be a full-on assault. My
And,
sister praying as hard as she possibly can to save her soul.
and these glyphs, do we need to worry about them? Do you know where they are? The
He
lore
points
and
them out.
such.
They're kind of like in specific spots. I don't know how much of an arcanic man you are, but you can make kind of runes of protection here and there if you're in the know.
I just got a +2 in it, so
That's basically what you know about them.
all right.
Pretty common. It's all based on belief basically. They're not like exploding runes that actually have magic energy behind them. Ismark bangs on the door. A cautious slit opens. A shadowed visage looks through it. It says, "Ismark, is that you?" He says, "Yes, yes, it's me. Let me in quickly." Uh, Deciding that it's not a trick, and you guys didn't rough up Ismark any or get into anything, she opens the door.
Were you
Bam.
you were expecting us to just whip his ass?
There's a lot of options, man.
Yeah. Have you actually looked at a book, James? There is a lot of different shit that can.
It's been a
They
while.
they account for like 4 or 5 different things for almost every situation.
Turn to page 7 if you whipped his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet fixtures show signs of great wear. Um, there's a presence of holy symbols in almost every room. Um, you get the sickly, sweet smell of decay, though it is ever present in every square inch of Bavaria now. And inside this room, it is particularly pungent. Um, the mayor, Kolyan, is indeed dead, is in a side drawing room, lying in a simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers and the faint odor of decay. Give me another perception.
17.
11.
A nat old 20
Mhm.
for a 25.
Most of you take notice that this does appear to be the same man that you talked to 3 weeks earlier. Though decay has taken some of the features that you would be able to distinguish if it was a someone pretending to be him. Um, it is very similar, but James, you do notice his eyes are very, very light blue, slowly turning milky in death. But it is a stark difference than the black pools of the Colion that you met.
I'll mention it out loud, just kind of like, you would in a CSI episode, like, this man's eyes are entirely different. And I'll take off my sunglasses. Yeah.
Irina does indeed have a rather regal stance to her. You can see her frazzled kind of self almost constantly on edge every second for the last who knows how long. It's taking a toll on her, but she still tries to greet you as any noble would, kindly with open arms and a regal stance. She's quite beautiful, long black hair, um, edging towards too thin now, whereas before it would have looked good, but now she's getting quite gaunt as the food stores start steadily run out, and the pickings get lesser and lesser. Um, she looks at you a bit distrustfully, though. Says, "Who are you?"
Um,
Well, we originally were hired by who we thought was to be Kulian and came across the actual son here, Ismark, who now we see who we met before is not who we thought. He's pleaded with us to help him on his behalf instead of the imposter we came across.
She kind of nods her head, putting together the pieces quickly, being a very intelligent person herself. She says, "Puppets on a string, just like the rest of us." Her brother kind of calms her. He says, "These look like our best chance, Serena. Everyone else is either falling to the madness or just too weak to press on. We have to trust them." She kind of pushes him aside and she says, "No, no one can help me now. Just leave."
Well, what is it that's wrong? Seems you two have a problem. Maybe
Persuade
we
check.
can't fix it.
Wait, what check?
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Oh,
No,
like,
I didn't even hear it.
no. That's my nat one for the night.
Oh damn.
So that's a
Oh,
total
shit.
of 6.
Anyone else want to try?
What are we trying to
I want to see what that
of?
nat 1 does.
We're trying to persuade her to see what her problem is and if we can help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to persuade her and just say,
22.
Oh damn.
Ooh.
well, that
Never mind.
Uh. Yeah. So, Eldrin, not the most people person, perhaps, or just a little too hasty for his own good. I don't know enough about Eldrin yet
It's
to
the
see how
hood
he
that I wear.
flubs. You look a little shady. She's like, "Oh yeah, sure. You're definitely gonna help me,
Yeah,
not eat me in the night. Sure."
I'm a hooded
Um,
figure, so you know.
but Eric manages to smooth things over. Between all of you, there's you're kind of running out of options. You guys are trapped here. You don't know what's going on. They're being hunted by something. Their father, quote unquote, tricked you. Everyone's kind of frayed and at the end of their rope. So, um, She kind of takes a long step back. Ismark kind of tries again, bolstering her with you and Eric, and she's like, no, these aren't just mercenaries. They're heroes. They jumped up to help us. We can trust them, right? Right? And he kind of looks at you guys.
Right.
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 I'll take the hood off.
Guys.
Absolutely.
It's better. It's better. Everybody calms down. um, as though testing this claim, she drapes off her thin scarf she was wearing. On the right and left side, there are 2 sets of identical puncture wounds. The holes from the vampire teeth are apparently unable to ever truly heal, stuck forever as a red, angry wound, causing both sides of her neck to be red and her to wince in pain at the slightest movement.
Mm.
She says, the devil Strahd wants me for some reason, to toy with me, to force me into his bride. I do not know, but I will fall on my sword before that happens.
Is she going to turn into a is she gonna turn into like the slave thing that
The thrall?
vampires do? A thrall, yeah.
You don't know. You don't know anything about vampires.
I don't. Well, not in D&D universe.
Yeah. As though to elucidate the point, she hits her short sword at her side very hard, making a clang. Um, she says, I'll die before I let him take me. Any response to this reveal?
I'll pull out a spear and I'll say I can make that happen.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Wasn't gonna go there, but all right.
Why
What?
don't we say something along the lines of,
Suffering is
join us-
weak.
Oh my
You
god.
gotta
Christ,
end
James.
it.
Why don't we say something to the effect of, hey, look, if you join us, we can try to help you. If you get to that point, we can take care of it, so that you won't be stuck as a thrall.
She says, oh, I intend to put Strahd in the ground permanently, long before I'm there.
Looks
Mostly,
like
I'll
goals
kind
seem
of
to be the
raise my
same.
eyebrow at that and say, "Are you sure you have the time?"
Oh, James always gotta fucking do it. Always.
she says, I have not turned yet. I still have all my senses. I suspect this is just another game to him, to torture me further.
How well do you know Strahd?
I don't. Uh, his fascination with me is a complete mystery.
Hmm.
I suspect the attacks on his home and the subsequent death of my father was his doing.
Did your father have dealings with Strahd?
Not any more than anyone else. I
Lie
don't
down.
I don't know.
Okay, good. Go lie down. Okay.
She says, but Strahd's death is your ticket out as well. Um,
Go. Go.
just remember that before you start pointing spears at me. I know more about Strahd than anyone here.
Okay.
Is this
Um,
interest in Strahd the reason that you found yourself uh, bitten on the neck?
I was more than happy to huddle in our home and slowly starve to death like the rest of us. It was only after Strahd's attention that I started researching him. If you truly wish to help yourselves and me, then I think we could help each other.
I agree.
Uh, she says, I seek a tome. There is a rumor that Strahd's parents, before he became the devil, kept a diary of their lives, which he took up after he killed them, or very likely killed them. If there's any reasoning in this evil, it is that, somewhere in those pages. Roll intelligence, everyone, please.
14.
That's a nat one.
Okay.
19.
19. So, James, maybe,
7.
okay.
I need my
Okay.
real dice. I can't trust this thing anymore.
So, between you two lasties, the tarot reading was plenty of information already. You can't remember every single thing. But the other two, that tome sounds very familiar to the first prophecy that was revealed to you. If you remember,
Stop.
there was a huge tome, a winged lion in its center, backdropped by big spires of this huge keep, uh, inlaid with silver and jewels, Strahd's symbol. Um, so that pings in your mind as a connection.
Hmm.
Let's see. First card was a winged raven on a tome. This card tells of history, knowledge that will help you understand your enemy. Evil is nurtured in the shadows. Knowledge is the bane of this evil.
Knowledge from the tome.
Well, do you know where to find this tome at then?
I do. But there's one more thing. Two more, actually. Firstly, you must promise to take us with you. If I give you this knowledge and you leave me, it does me no good. Swear it.
I swear.
And I swear I'll keep you safe.
My mic's been muted. First, before I agree, I'll ask her if she has any combat knowledge or any way to defend herself.
She has a sword at her side, and she says, "When I was the last, I was trained by knights of the keep before Strahd took it over. I think I'm fairly competent with a sword."
And what of your brother? And I'll look to him.
Slow, but strong and honest, and he kind of gives a shrug, like, "Do my best."
I'll say, maybe on our journey, we'll find someone to give you something a little better than that crutch.
He looks a little hopeful, like, "Oh, that would be nice."
I'll just say, don't get excited. I'm not nice. I just don't like slow people.
I'm not nice. um,
Batman in here.
Agreeing to her first condition. Secondly, uh, I would face Strahd in single combat before I allow my father to rot alone, not resting in consecrated grounds. Um, no one in the village will get near me, much less bury a body in the church grounds. If you can help me get him there, we will leave post haste.
I'll kind of grin because my character admires strength. He tries really hard to be an orc. He's like an orc fanboy. So
Oh,
like I'm like,
yeah. Yeah. She declared that she would fight Strahd herself, and she's keeping up like family tradition. I don't know, man. Maybe she's warming up on you.
What's that green penis?
good God.
Or he wants that not green, not penis.
What the fuck? Not green, not penis.
Yeah, she don't want gonorrhea. She already has everything else.
So, what do you guys think?
Love you too.
I say,
I'll say something like, make your preparations, and we'll leave. We'll leave after a rest.
Okay, you're more than free to stay in the manor, rest up.
Since I can't say for the night.
Yeah, for the time,
for the
eternal
time.
darkness.
Yeah.
You guys can heal up. Yeah, it's a good spot to level up too. That is meeting
word.
meeting
Hell
arena.
yeah.
Are we leveling up?
Yes,
Okay.
meeting arena is a big step. So you can do that now
Yay.
if you want it.
Oh hell yeah, I am.
Do it in a
Why-
minute. I gotta go take a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Okay, good time. Roll your HP. Look to see if you got anything new.
Sweet. cunning action. Starting at second level, your quick thinking and agility allows you to move and act quickly. You can take bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can be used only to take the dash, disengage, or hide action. So I get to bonus action hide.
Okay, I don't get anything until next level, I guess. Oh, whatever. I don't know anything about paladin stuff. Can detect good and evil. Lay on hands. Smite motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, you get to add smite to your attacks now.
When you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage. Plus the target plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than the first. And plus 1d8 against undead or fiends. Okay. Will you keep me up to date on whether or not something is a undead or not?
Sure.
You'll find out when you do the damage.
Sure.
Yeah, I just have to remember to use that extra stuff.
Everybody good?
Yeah, I'm good. I am kosher and ready to go.
Waiting for James to.
Na. Patrick, you got all your gear equipped. You're not gonna die on us.
Oh no, I'm
You got
not gonna die now.
You got that thickness. You stout.
I have a AC of 19 right now, so I should get a shield at some point. Maybe I should get a shield. Do I not have a shield? Longsword is a one-handed weapon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I do have a shield. Never mind. I have a shield and a longsword.
James, the bathroom's like literally right there.
Stoy pooping.
Holding us up. All right, so we're just gonna continue. You can get over it.
Yeah. Let's see. So, agreements made. Protect her, or protect them. Keep them safe, and right now bury their father. Um, you guys rest up. Hey, did you level up?
Yeah, I will.
So you guys rest up. Um, they meet you down, kind of not adventure clothes ready, but they tried to look nice as they could for this kind of quasi funeral while still being ready for any kind of attack that happens. That's kind of the life they live now. Um, who is gonna take at least 2 people to carry the coffin? So who's all volunteering for that? Irina will, for one.
I'll
Uh,
volunteer.
yeah, my strength isn't high enough.
I mean, it's a coffin. I'm pretty sure you can handle it.
Yeah, it's fine. Um, it's just you two. It's pretty difficult, just you two. But you make do.
I'll help out. I'll help.
Okay, how nice. Um, just barely stabilizing it so you guys can pick it up, not kind of drag it along. You all lift up the coffin. It is quite light now. Most of the fat and the organs, having, uh, if not decayed, have started to decay. Just kind of a wisp of a man is left now, in a light wooden box. Um, the grim procession continues on. You go up to one side of the town, and atop a slight rise, um, the the church stands as this gray, kind of like sagging, big, wide edifice of stone and wood. Um, the church is another building that has kind of weathered the evil for centuries, and it's worn away and weary. Um, there's a bell tower in the back, missing a bell. It's kind of crumbling into itself. Um, the rafters strain feebly against the load. The roof and the wood is putting on itself. Um, you see wisps of choking fog kind of dance through the bones of the remains of this once sturdy and proud building. Um, there's a very slight light from within that barely holds back against the inky darkness all around it. Um, there's no fence at front. There is a fence around the back in the graveyard, so you'll have to go through the church itself. What do you do?
There.
There's a door.
It's closed though.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Is it a big, churchy double door?
It's a big, heavy iron and reinforced door.
Mm.
Uh,
Likely an addition.
I'll go up to it and inspect it and see if it's all right before I open it.
It is locked.
And I'll call out to him. Do any of y'all have a key? Is it normally locked like this?
Um, Arena and Ismark kind of both shake their heads and says, "No, the preacher has kind of sequestered himself away, giving up on his flock."
All right. Can I see if it is trapped or anything?
Um,
Booby trapped.
try. Yeah, I think that's like sleight of hand,
Survival, huh?
Investigation.
survival, investigation. One of the yeah, one of them.
Yeah, investigation.
Okay, baby. No, you don't. You need to use the bathroom. Go use the bathroom, but you're not going over there. Come on, stop. That is
I didn't hear that. Anyone hear
What?
that?
13. Sorry.
Okay. Nope, just big heavy door, as far as you can tell.
All right. Well,
White lock.
try to unlock it with my thieves' tools.
Huh?
That's sleight of hand.
That I don't have.
That is it sleight of hand or is it my dex proficiency plus the Like a 20 plus dex plus proficiency. Or does anyone know?
I'm not sure.
Let's see. Sleight of hand is planting something, concealing an object on your person.
I think yeah, it's plus proficiency, but what's your proficiency bonus for anything? Is it your level?
Sleight of hand is whenever you attempt an act of legerdemain, or manual trickery such as planting something on someone or concealing an object, like lifting a purse or something.
Okay.
20 plus proficiency plus my dex modifier, because I gotta
Yeah.
tinker with my hands. So that is 17.
The big like steel locking area where you put the key. You kind of put your thieves tools in. It's quite easy. Like just click click. I mean, this is a big heavy like industrial door. Um,
Please tell me it doesn't go boom.
no, it doesn't go open. That's what it doesn't do. It opens and pushes like an inch in, and you feel it press against something.
Well, it's unlocked, but
Seems to be reinforced, unfortunately.
all right.
Try to bash the shit out of it.
Always an option.
Sneak around and see if there's another way to get in.
Okay. Give me perception.
19.
There's lots of little places here and there that you could probably slip through if you had a crowbar and wanted to give a little time, or maybe use a sword as a prying tool, something like that.
I do have a short sword and I have a dagger. No, I do have a crowbar. Okay.
If you wanted to spend the time to crowbar your way in there, it wouldn't be that hard. This like all buildings in this cursed land has seen better days, so you can pull up some rotten planks, make a little hole, slip in if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. I'll try.
It'll take a little while, but if you're putting in the effort to do so, you can. Uh, yeah, this
Try
kind
to
of
creep your
like
way in.
this wet mold is just kind of ever present here. You can just feel it in your lungs at all times, and the wood is suffering for it. It's kind of fat and watery and rotten. You pull back some, and it comes off much easier than it should, though it still gives you a good bit of effort to do so. And you pull these like two planks back, almost to where they're snapping, and you're able to kind of slip inside the wall, getting past like some of the bone like support beams, and you're able to slip in and get into a hallway. Um, Within, you see to your left, there's candlelight coming from deeper within the church, and then to your right, you see moonlight coming from down the hallway and the door that you were just at.
Moonlight coming down the.
Yeah, the door has a slit in it that you opened.
Oh. I will make my way over to the door, see what's there.
The door is slightly ajar. Moonlight is pouring through where you opened it. There's a big wooden plank on two fastened like hitches, keeping the door quite closed.
I'm gonna try to lift it and dislodge it from its place.
You pull it up. Not the easiest thing in the world. It's kind of like I said, kind of gotten fat and musty in its spot, like wood will do, and you kind of have to like, and then it comes out quickly, and the door kind of slowly swings open. Party, you're back together. How nice.
Oh, fancy meeting you here.
I'll just kind of nod and walk past you.
I'll just step to the side and let everyone else in.
The funeral procession enters the church. Like I said, it's kind of like this big hallway. It's very dark. There's no light, but from within, inside the church proper, there is candlelight. Do you go in, or want something else?
Can I? Is it possible for me to detect good and evil from like a direction?
Yeah, I think it gives you range. It's a cone, isn't it? Or is it just 30 feet all around you?
I think it might be just an area
It
effect.
just says, it says, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallows spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet. That is not being behind
Does
total
know the
cover.
location.
You can use this feature 6 times per long rest.
Yeah, it's kind of centered on you. It's just kind of this sonar.
So just like,
Well, it says he can know the location, so
so pretty much like if
Within
I'm
60
like
feet.
beep boop divine
Yeah.
sense, and then like from now on I get to know
until
for
it
how
ends.
It has a time limit, but yes.
it
Yeah.
just says until my next turn, however
Oh,
long.
so like a minute?
6 seconds.
Oh,
6 seconds.
Well,
Okay.
well, yeah, we're not turn order, so it's one. Yeah,
It's basically an action.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll wait until I guess we get in there and
It's sonar. It'll go ping or not. So you guys going in? No sneaky plans or nothing you want to do?
Yeah, I'll stealth and stay hidden just in case.
Give me a stealth.
Show me
show me
potato
potato
salad.
salad.
That's a 21.
Seems pretty good. Are you gonna scout ahead?
Yeah, I can. I'll go ahead and scout ahead for the rest of us.
You pass through hallways. If you wanted to take the time, you see kind of like an office, an antechamber, mostly just like unused and
Yeah.
empty.
I'm a cautiously as each door I pass by peek.
Yeah, what looks like an office for the church, long since out of use, covered in dust. An antechamber kind of going into the chapel itself, and as well as probably some personal chambers off to the side. Um, the candlelight is coming from the chapel proper. If you get to the doorway where you can see, the chapel is just in shambles. Overturned, broken pews littering the dusty floor, dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras kind of keep it alight, trying to fight back the shadows. Um, you see a kind of a thick bearded, bald man in priest robes. He's wearing the local colors and local symbols, which I don't know if you know a lot about, but he's got kind of the sun symbol on him. Um, and he is in one of the few remaining pews, and he's got this kind of like necklace, rosary like, and he's just kind of sitting there silently praying.
Uh, does anything look out of place in the room?
Uh, Very disheveled. Um, Give me a perception check. It'll be a difficult one though,
Hmm.
for no reason.
10?
Nope. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
for no
it's like a tornado went through there, and he's just praying.
I'll walk up to him and before I get to him, I'll like sniff loudly to try to give him a warning that I'm nearby.
He says, "Oh!"
Yeah.
You give him a start. He stands up quickly, looking shocked at all of you, just suddenly coming in through a locked door. He kind of takes each one of you in turn, and he's like, "Oh, oh!" And shocked at each one. But once he gets to Arena and her brother, he says, "Oh, vampire spawn! Get out of there! Get out of here now!"
I'll just say, calm down, sir. We're not vampire spawn. We're here to rid the area of vampires. That's what our purpose is.
Irina gives him a very like tired, disappointed look. She's dealt with this before, but he, the priest, says, "No, you fool! She is the slave to the devil, vampire thrall."
I'll say, do you have any proof of these accusations?
She says, "Yes, check her neck now."
How are you aware of what's on her neck?
He says that like he got a big gotcha, like he figured it out. Irina came to me. Uh, I told her the only course of action was to pray and hope for the best, but it wasn't enough. Her faith was too weak. She is now the vampire's thrall.
She seems to have
Stand back, all of you.
will for someone who's under control of someone.
He gets his holy symbol out, and he starts giving a prayer. He's like, Holy Mother of Morning, deliver us from evil. This kind of whole thing.
Yeah. I'll step in front of them and say, "Sir, please. I am also a man of belief and of faith. Um,
It's vague.
huh?
It's very
It's vague.
Well, I mean, I am. It does. I'm a
yeah,
paladin.
It's true.
But I'll just say, like I understand. I understand your apprehension. Please, if you will, just give us a moment so that we can work together to try to deal with this problem that's arisen. She wishes to fight with us as opposed to fighting for uh, the demon that's enthralled so many."
Very level-headed. Expected kind of an intimidation, but you just try to talk it out with him. Appeal to his better nature. That's surely in there somewhere. Give me a persuasion check, please.
21.
It's pretty good. I mean, he's making these grand declarations. He's screaming at her. He's, he's got his holy symbol out. He's giving the charms and the rosary readings, of that particular religion. And she's just kind of like looking at him, annoyed and almost bored. He kind of calms down, looking a bit silly himself. He says, "Well, even if you're not taken now, you will be later."
I'll say that's exactly what we're trying to stop. So if you'll aid us, then we would welcome the help, but otherwise, step aside.
He says, Well, as long as she's not dangerous. What are you doing here? What do you need from me?
Well, like any good man of the cloth, we believe that you could help us as much as anyone, because you're more likely to be able to find a real defense against the monsters that caused this.
Thought you'd be hiding gold up in this bitch.
He says, Of course. I can provide you with prayer and spiritual sayings to help you in these dark times.
It is
Of course.
more. We need more than spiritual sayings. We need the power of the Almighty if we're going to make a difference.
He says, Of course, my child, of course. And through belief, you will have that power.
You're not my father. Please stop saying that. I'll just say, look, you're right in that regard, and we're just trying to find a way to deal with this in the fastest way possible, to move forward and to help this young lady achieve something, a better life through her, what little she has left to try to fight against the demons that have plagued her.
Plus, we also need a plot to bury their father.
Hitting the keyword, finally, he seems to notice the coffin for the first time. He was kind of taken aback by Arena being in his presence. He says, no. The graveyard is closed off. No one can use it, no matter what. You're welcome here. I'm sorry I flew off the handle. No one can go into the graveyard. It is closed for business. You understand? Roll me a perception check. Everyone, ever.
19.
Pretty
Well,
Big fat 9.
but clearly this motherfucker's got
Get
some
my
shit he needs to
sound.
hide.
5.
good. Only
That only gave me
John.
2 more.
Only John. You notice that a door behind the chapel is chained. It is making a big X, chained and locked.
Is there any particular reason why it's chained or locked?
Like I said, graveyard is closed. No one can go back there. This is my chapel. That's final.
Well, I can respect that. is there any reason why it's chained? And if there are problems that have arisen, is there any way that we could perhaps help you in the difficulties that you may be experiencing?
No, no. This is a matter for prayer and reflection. I'm good on that regard. I will say a prayer for you, and I ask that you leave me to do so. Thank you for your time.
Look, we're not leaving without burying their father. Either you open it up, or I'll do it myself.
Sounds like an intimidation.
That's 18.
Mm, I mean, he really doesn't want to, but he. So, please, I beg of you, don't make me do this. As you're like threatening him. What's your weapon?
Short sword.
Yeah, you got. I mean, hand on the pommel. You know, you're threatening him. You're making it very clear what's gonna happen. He's like, please, please don't make me do this. Please, please. Are you gonna make him do it?
I'm
Yeah.
going to say to him,
Okay.
perhaps this is the will of the Almighty that you follow us.
Chloe, please.
John, you hand on pommel. You know, you're walking him to the locked door. He's got a key necklace around his neck, and he's like begging the whole time. You're not having any of it. You get to the door, and you see him like fidgeting, and he's kind of gone white, and he's really like battling this internally. As he's like surrounded. You know, it's really hard for him. Give me a perception check.
22.
Okay. Um, he's fiddling with his necklace and getting the chains and begging the whole time. From beyond the door, you hear a light laugh, a sort of leering, merciless laugh, like a cruel child pulling off butterfly wings.
There's a particular reason why you said not to, isn't there? What's behind the door?
He clicks off the lock, kind of steps out of your way, giving you a wide berth with your short sword, and he says, "Please, just don't hurt him."
Answer the question.
He says, "It's my son. He's sick."
Can you tell us what do you know of what he may be sick with?
Give me a persuasion. He's not like really wanting to chat with you right now.
22.
Okay. You two are kind of good cop, bad copping him right now. You know, but you take him, kind of pull him away from the wrath of Ixalan, and you're like, what happened? Just tell me, you know. He says, well, my boy, a few of his friends thought they would try to take down Strahd, or at least make headway into his keep. They thought they were strong and they had weapons. I begged him not to go, and then I forbade him not to go. He snuck out. When he came back, he was different.
Different how?
You can see the tears welling in his eyes, and he seems to not control himself anymore. He's violent. He's just not the same. Just leave him be. Don't hurt him.
Can I detect good or evil on his son? Whatever divine sense.
If you walk to the door, you'll be close enough, yeah.
Okay. It's 60 feet.
Yeah, I mean that's not that far, but yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll do that, and then it'll tell me if there's celestials, fiends, undead, or whatever nearby too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll walk over and I'll bow my head and ask my unnamed deity, because I don't know any chaotic good deities just yet.
There's a lot of them.
Are there really? Because I've been looking and I can't really find one that isn't like
A lot of
chaotic
them are
good.
elf
Love
ones.
love to fuck the dogs. No, I don't really want that one. Next, like
I don't think you've read that anywhere.
He
if I
did.
do,
I feel like that's a lie.
He
bro,
did.
if
It
I
was
find it,
Avatar Kosuth name pitch.
yep, he's
The
become a
avatar
god.
of Kosuth, no longer the hand, but the avatar.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, so I'll say a little prayer and ask for my eyes to be opened to the visions of my God and be able to see the good and evil that exists inside of other creatures.
Uh, an interesting thing happens to you. As a paladin, you know how your spells work and how they feel. Most importantly, how you interact with them. When you detect evil in your past life, through either your church or your call as an adventurer, getting a hit, so to speak, or getting a positive, like, oh my God, there's an undead in the area, would sound like a bell. Um, you hear an ear-shattering scream for just 1 second.
Hmm. I'm guessing that's the soul
That's
of the young man stuck in his own
the
body.
boy.
It seems that this land even affects your own magic.
Interesting. Um, so I mean, so do I get any kind of definitive from this, or is that just something that I can't figure out? It's not defined enough.
It doesn't give you any details or anything. It's just like, sonar.
Okay.
Like beep beep. Right
I
outside.
felt a, sir, I felt a beep from your son.
He felt a scream.
Um, I'll turn around and I'll look to the old man and say, uh, did your son tell you anything about what he experienced whenever he left?
No, he was sick with fever for many days. He barely climbed back to our home. I tried to care for him as much as he could, but he wouldn't eat and he wouldn't drink, and his health got worse and worse, and now he's in this state.
Have you tried anything unorthodox?
No, I pray for him every day. I pray for
Sounded
him
like
every waking hour. That is my panacea for him now.
Uh, I'll take my short sword and kind of slice my hand a bit to where it bleeds and smear it along the crack of the door, and see if there's a reaction from him.
Give me perception.
21.
Uh, you hear some fervent sniffing.
Seems you weren't trying the right methods, old man. It's nice to know that normal food doesn't satiate him anymore.
Kind of shakes his head in a confused way. It's like, just leave him alone. Just leave us alone.
um I'd say instead of us leaving, may I ask you a question? Just trying to calm him down. Isn't there a spell for that? Like to calm someone?
Oh, calm. Calm
Is it literally
emotions.
called calm? There you go.
Calm emotions.
Oh, do I have spells?
You're a paladin,
Oh
but
my
you
god.
only
Well, I've
get
not
like you
I
get
have a
like
lot.
half the amount of spells
1,
a
2,
normal
3, 4,
spellcaster
5,
gets.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 spells. I didn't even know
Well,
I had any spells.
I only have 4, so fuck you.
Paladins
Well,
get like 4 spell slots at level 2, and you pick your spells at the beginning of each day.
okay, yeah. See, I've never played a character with spells, so this is
Yeah,
all
I already
super new to me.
miss playing a cleric already.
All right, guys,
Um,
give me a moment. I gotta get something for Chloe.
okay. Detect poison and disease. That's interesting. Yeah, we're gonna. What is command? You speak at one. Oh, the spell has no effect if the target is undead.
Yeah, but he's not undead. His son is.
Yeah, man, I'd want to use.
I was going to use command to get him to unlock the door, but I don't want to kill his son, so I'm not going to do that.
He unlocked the door for you guys after being threatened.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's,
shit.
he's begging for mercy now. He knows he can't fight, 7 people at once, so he's just begging for mercy now.
Well, so we know his son is a vampire.
All right, I'm back.
The paladin felt something weird when he detected him. That's all you know.
But I saw John smear blood against the door and say the thing about him craving other things and that kind of thing.
Right,
Maybe.
but what?
Maybe it's a
So
big tick.
what? Can you explain? I know this sounds weird, but oh, never mind. That's
To
really
be a
helpful.
tick, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Good God. My God.
So you guys do. We're standing here looking at each other. Doors open. What do you do?
I'm still trying to learn my spells. I'm sorry. Okay, so I would like to is there? There's no way to like exercise people, is there?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
There's some high level spells that do stuff, but
Yeah, I figured it was like way the fuck further down, which makes sense. Okay, so I am going to I'm gonna walk to within like earshot of the sun. Does he have a name?
you didn't ask.
Okay. Sir, can you tell me your son's name?
Donovan.
Donovan. You know, he would love this.
Oh, shut up, Patrick.
He's gonna hear it soon too.
You know he would love this, James. It's not a sarcastic thing. He really would love this. Ask John.
Oh, he's got a
seriously.
thing for vampires, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does.
He
Exactly.
listened. He listened to the last episode. He's like, "This is great. I love
Vampire
it."
Nighthawk.
All right, so I'm
his
gonna
name is- The priest's name is Donovich. His son is Donovan.
oh, okay.
It's close enough.
Yeah. So I'm going to walk over to him, or close enough, I should say, to where he can hear me, and just say, Donovan, can you understand me?
He says, "Yes, help."
Tell me what's wrong.
He says, "Dad's gone crazy. He's locked me out here. Please help me."
What? Why did he lock you in here?
I know I'm sick, but I don't. I'm gonna die if he leaves me out here. It's cold.
You won't die. We'll make sure you're taken care of, but you must tell us what's going on with your body. See, you won't. Your father tells us that you won't eat, that you've been sick, that something's wrong. Um, Tell us, what is it that you're experiencing so that we can work to fix it.
He says, "I don't know. He only brings me rotten food. I don't want to eat that. I'm getting thin. Please help me, please."
I will. I'll reach into my bag and grab like a small portion of my rations, and I'll say, "Here, I can give this to you if this is something that would help you. It's fresh food, and I have fresh water as well. Is that something that you'd like?"
Yes, please, please.
I am going to cast. What is it? I'm trying to think of the. Is it bless? No, it can't. Is it bless?
No, bless gives you a D4 on saving throws.
Saving
and
rolls. Okay, so is it? I guess Shield of Faith is what it is.
Can't cast it on food.
No,
Has to
no,
be person.
on my
Oh
set.
yes.
Yeah.
They give you plus
Um,
2, I think.
So I'll cast that. What do I do? How do I cast it? Just
That's
cast?
up to you.
You can go
How
look
do you
at
want
your
to convene with
spells
your
and
god?
you take a spell slot out.
Oh, so it just uses a spell slot. Okay.
Oh yeah, exactly right.
I will. I'll hold like my hand with 2 fingers up. I guess you guys can see me thinking about this. You know, like this. just kind of sit there for a moment and say a small prayer and have the small shield kind of glimmer itself around me. And I'll pull out my water skin. And how is he situated? He's like tied up, right?
Gotta open the door.
Oh, I thought it was already open.
I'm still leveling up my character.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into stealth before he does that.
Okay, roll it up.
Since I haven't fought anything, Garrett, I'm just
24.
gonna be a cleric.
Okay. There's plenty of places to hide, and it's always darkness, so you feel pretty confident in your hiding ability.
I'm just gonna be a basic bitch healer cleric.
You finally open the door. Getting past Donovich, who is still begging for mercy, the graveyard greets you with open arms. A small hill is full of decrepit, untended to gray stone, darkness falling down upon the dead like a choking fog. From afar, you see Strahd's castle, massive and looming on the mountainside, this land's eternal jail-keeper and reminder that no one is ever truly safe. But more presently, a figure stands before you. A young man, maybe 16 or 17, stands chained. A large collar, likely for sort of livestock, is wrapped around his thin, bony neck, chain tied up to a hangsman's tree nearby, just as lifeless and still as the boy is. The boy is a skeleton of himself, all ribs and knobby bones. Rancid food is all around him, uneaten and uncared for. He says, "Please help me."
Um,
From cracked, thin lips.
how can he like can roll perception to see like how the chains are situated so that I can like put the food down and not have to worry so much about him coming and
Yeah,
face
you
fucking
can
me?
try.
17.
Seems like he's given enough leash, quote unquote, to so he can walk around if wanted, and just just before he can reach any of the fence in the big circle in the graveyard. So it's a big long chain tied up to a tree.
I'm gonna slip out the door and observe.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna get his pocket sand ready.
Sha, sha, sha.
Um, all right, I'll take and I'll find, I guess, something to put the food on. I don't know what the I don't. Is there like a place I could set the food down?
The ground.
I just meant like. Um.
Not really. I mean, it's just whatever.
Okay. Well, I'll walk over and cautiously, um, one hand on my one like my shield on my left arm ready. Um, walk over and place while keeping an eye on him the whole time. Place the food down on the ground and slowly back away.
He kind of feebly like lurches toward you. The big chain around his neck seems like it's more weight than he is. Seems like way more substantial, and he's kind of dragging to one side, making a kind of U arc as it pulls him, as he can barely push up the strength to fully drag it. And he gets all the way to the end of his chain, and he kind of tries to grab the food without being able to look down from this big collar around him, likely for a mule or something like that, tied around and chained up on his neck. And he kind of like slowly feels around for the food and water.
Does it get to it?
Yeah, eventually.
Okay. Does he eat it?
Yes, yes. He kind of takes it. He's like very slowly, and he's like, "Oh, it hurts, it hurts." And when he gets it up to his teeth, but he eats it, drinks it.
Um. Now I'll still stay like out of his reach and just I will. Hmm. I'll just watch him eat for a minute and trying to figure out.
Like a freak. Just yeah, buddy.
Well, shit, man. I mean, what else the fuck am I supposed to do? And just say, your father told us that you had gone to visit Strahd. Can you tell us about what happened?
I don't. We made it to the castle gates, and we're going to try to climb over the big fence with a rope and grappling hook. Then it gets fuzzy after that. I can't remember. Just, can you please let me go?
Oh,
Afraid I
I would
can't
love
do that, though.
I'd love to let you go, but I have to know that you are free from the taint of Strahd before that is something we can do. Let me see. Oh, well, shit, I guess you can't because the big fucking thing is around his neck.
Taint.
So, um, let me think.
What?
So, well, I'm trying to figure out whether or not he's undead.
Patrick, aren't we like Monster Hunter brothers? Are we still doing that?
Yeah, that was the plan.
While I'm still out there, I'll take my hand, I'll squeeze it a little bit harder, kind of let a little bit of blood trickle out of it. See what it does.
It does react a little more strongly to that than the regular food. You see him sniffing in the air.
I'll say, what are you smelling?
Is there something delicious smelling in the air?
Hmm. But I did just give you food, and you seemed like you were hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Outside.
So, he's in the way of your burial. What are you going to do about this man?
I'm gonna walk back inside and talk to Donovich.
you throw a phoenix down on him?
Look
I'll
here.
No,
you
no,
under-
you go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna. Look here, old man. You knew he's been turned. Damn, Mike. You knew he turned and you sat there and chained him up. Yet you sit there and throw insults at her for someone who is still standing and fighting and walking. She didn't have the same reaction whenever I smeared my own blood against the wall.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We got off on the wrong foot. I admit I was likely projecting some. It's my son. Surely you can understand.
No, I
I'm
can't.
praying. I'm praying every waking moment, and nothing's happening. I'm trying my best.
Well, your prayer's done nothing because your God hasn't answered it yet. So clearly, that's not the solution. So the only problem we have is your own turmoil of sitting here and watching us decimate your own son to cure the land of the disease that it has.
It's just like, what do you suggest I do?
I suggest you pray over his soul and not his body because the afflicted isn't changing.
Hmm. He says, I'll pray for both.
Then stand back and let us do our job to help cure everything that's written in this place.
I feel like me and Patrick should be seeing these people as like abominations and be trying to kill them.
Well, yes, but in order to really be monster hunters, we have to know if they're real monsters first. Can't just go
We
kill
know.
them.
We know.
Anyway,
But you knew I was a snake.
you know, snake.
And I'll stealth back out the courtyard.
Okay.
Skulk away.
Yeah. So,
And
So the sun is in our way of getting to the
yeah.
graveyard.
yeah, there's stuff going on in the middle of your burial. You gotta deal with that first.
Actually, once I get out there, I'll actually walk up next to my character. Hold on. Fuck. Where was I? I'll walk out next to Kalir, and the priest is going to stand back and watch us. He's not going to intervene. And I will take my hand and I'll open my palm up and show it to Donovich.
Can we physically get to the graveyard if he
No.
doesn't attack us?
He can move freely within the graveyard. He just can't get to the
doors.
fence to try to get out.
Yeah.
As long as we do ranged things to him, he's gonna die. That's not what I'm concerned about. I just wanted to make sure there was no other way to deal with it. Like, if there was some like secondary aspect of how we could
Well,
cleanse him.
did everyone hear me about my class change a minute ago?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. All right. Grab the coffin. We're going in.
Wait. What? You're just gonna let the guy's gonna try to attack us, James.
Grab the coffin. We're going in.
I don't think it's a good idea at all.
He wants to Leroy Jenkins it.
That's his kind of his go-to.
No.
I channel divinity.
To do what?
Nice.
Turn undead.
Ooh.
How long does that last?
That's the kicker. No.
A minute.
A minute?
Let me see. Yeah. What's your holy symbol?
Maybe, I guess, an amulet.
Wow.
Depicting something. I don't know yet.
What's your saving throw?
It is 13.
Oh, okay.
It's very low.
It is a little bit low.
It's very low.
So who's your god? Do you know yet?
I think I'm gonna go with Solanor. Let me think. Let me try it. I sent it to Patrick a minute ago.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just because he's an elf god and he has a bow. Figured it made sense.
Like, for the great hunt, turn back, undead,
Yeah,
something like that.
Something like that.
And you present your holy symbol, and miraculously it kind of makes a light blue light, dim, but ever present, as though you switch something on within it. The power is palpable. Uh, the rot, decrepit smell is kind of washed away for just a moment with this kind of natural, clean scent, like a moving brook or forest. It's so wonderful for just a moment. Your shining emblem, you face it towards the sun, and he kind of recoils away, screeching this blast. You see him kind of push back a little bit, and he takes two hands on his chain, and he whips it off, and you hear the chain snap like a lightning strike as it just breaks off the tree, leaving the huge tree limb it was on kind of cut deep in and slightly askew. The Donovan starts to scream at this. He kind of holds his face up, and you see the claws that his fingers have become, the bones itself, kind of putting into points, as well as his nails being razor sharp objects of pain now. And you see him kind of force himself to stand back up straight, and he goes to run at you.
My God.
Um,
Well, he should be fleeing from me with that spell. If he he passed the save.
Yeah, you got 14.
Okay. I
was like, oh,
what a lucky fucking roll.
Yeah, I thought he failed at first, but it's a little low. What's your charisma or wisdom? I mean.
+3.
Oh, okay.
16.
Yeah, seemingly, whether he was laying a trap or isn't, or is a slave to his rage, you don't know. But either way, he has freed himself, taking up opportunity to attack, or maybe not opportunity, but now he's got to defend himself almost. And he rushes at you, claws and fangs bared. Then we'll get to that fight next time on D&D.
God, it's already
All
9
right.
o'clock.
Basically, I'm going to be fighting him. I'm not going to kill him. Y'all go bury the body.
Quick, bury him.
So you can die?
I ain't gonna die.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out a god here.
Hey, I always want my casters to have heavy armor, and I couldn't do that with a sorcerer. So I made a decision. Now I have heavy armor.
Yeah,
Gonna do this.
is Mark in arena? Like they kind of drop the coffin. And they're like, "Watch out, he's attacking!" And you stand stalwart with your big ass armor. And then next time
Yeah,
we'll see how that works out.
I got a big ass armor too, dog. Why you?
Well, he enraged the witch, so
I think my amulet, so to speak, will be like a crystal arrowhead or something like that.
Oh,
Cool.
that's cool.
Nothing that's actually worth anything, just like pretty.
I don't. I kind of want to make my own god at this point because all these